Good morning, back again to chat to you today about day one of juice feasting. I thought I'd come out and spend the afternoon in the yurt today because it's such a peaceful place. I wanted to be out of the house but in the warm, and we've got the wood burner lit. Ant's just gone off to the forest to sit with his trees for a while. And I'm sat here with Mr. Tumnus, who I'm stroking. He's just in here. Mr. Tumnus, our big black cat, he loves coming in the yurt, and he's come for a cuddle, and Aura's sat over by the fire just chilling out with me today. Today we went to the farmer's market and stocked up with some beautiful greens. They had some beautiful cavolo and some kale there, and I got beetroot and celery and loads of Bramley apples, because I actually like juicing Bramleys above all the other apples because they're so much crisper and they are packed with vitamin C. So those are my juicing apples of choice, and they keep so much longer than the other apples too. And one of the farmers on the market, he's got all his own apple trees, and he's just, I think it's about 10 acres of apple trees and soft fruits as well. So he's really good. So today it was only farmers market in near Milton Keynes, so that's the first Sunday of every month where I'll be going. Next Friday is Toaster Farmers Market, so I may go over there again if I run out of some of the really nice things that I want, but I don't know yet. We'll see how we go. So I came back and reduced, and so it was carrots, a whole head of cavolo, so that was like 15 stalks of cavolo, a head of celery, a lemon, a parsnip, half a bulb of fennel, and a cucumber, whole cucumber, and I think that was more or less it today. Really, really beautiful, vibrant green juice, and that's gone down really, really well with some apple in it as well. Let me turn this. So I did my weigh-in this morning. So I am 96 kilos, so that's about 214, yeah, 96 kilos, 214, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm really in a good space about it because I've come down from almost 20 stone, so just before I met Anthony, going back 7 years, I was at my very, very heaviest and my sickest. Well, actually no, not at my sickest really. I did get a lot sicker when I lost some weight. So I've come down, you know, a good nearly, yeah, around about 5 stone. So that's amazing really, and I'm really, really blessed to have been able to do that. So that's my start. That's my start of where I'm at on day one. And I must just talk about where I've sort of like come from. I've been following a high raw way of eating for 2 years now, but through one thing or another, the waist has, I have gone up and down a little bit, sort of. I went back up to 16 stone last year, just over 16 stone. In fact, no, I went, about that last year, put on weight, so I have managed to lose some again, but I keep sort of half a stone up or down in the last year through various dietary changes on the raw foods plans. But I think somebody pointed out to me that because I've got mercury toxicity in my body through having not that many amalgam fillings, but enough to cause obviously toxicity overload, this is being stored in the fat cells of the body, and until the mercury is out of my mouth, which is going to be out on the 21st of February, everything's coming out. All the metal's coming out of my mouth on the 21st of February. I'm never going to get the rest of this weight released fully. Some of it will come off, but the toxic metals have got to come out the mouth first so that the fat is able to be released easily and speedily. because there's not going to be any toxins that need to be stored in the fat cells. So that's something that we need to look at. I think if we're storing weight on our body, is not only emotional and spiritual issues of storing weight, but also toxicity loads of storing weight. And we need to then put in place healing systems to enable the fat to be released and the toxins released safely. So it's going to be a really interesting journey for me, because I'm doing a whole year's worth of support and healing for my body. The mercury can't come out fast enough for me. I've got a radical dentistry over in Bedford called the Munro Hall Clinic. So if anybody's, it doesn't matter where you live, you can come and be treated here in Bedford. They have actually accommodation as well, and they're a metal-free dentistry practice, and they use vitamin C drips. I'll be on a drip for 2 days to ensure that the mercury toxins are safely removed from my body. But it's going to be a little while to heal my mouth and my body afterwards. That's hence another reason for me juice feasting, to be perfectly honest with you, because I didn't want my body to be burdened by having to digest foods, let alone make foods, because I'm the only chef in the house. You know, so, you know, juicing for me is a simplification of life yet again, another simplification. We have a really simple life anyway, but we want it to be even more simple, but using appropriate technology to assist us in living simply. So yeah, so that's where I'm coming from right now. My life is dedicated to raw food. I've finally found where I'm at and where I want to be at for the rest of my life. And I feel so blessed to have found my path finally for 44 years searching of exactly what my role in this incarnation is. It is as a raw food educator and chef. And this is gonna, you know, this is me walking my journey right out in the public eye. And I'm looking forward to